And welcome into Coach's Corner NAHL edition, episode 2. I'm joined here, of course, by head coach of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, Tom Kowal. And Coach, you just spent some time in Minnesota, had the NAHL Annual Showcase. You guys went 2-2 out there. Let's start right there. What were your general impressions in terms of positives and negatives for the 4 games you guys played?
Well, first things first, I actually called Kerry Huffman right after we landed, and I said, just one win would be better than we did last year. So,
Right.
We didn't go there with high expectations. We went there to kind of figure out what kind of team we had. We were fortunate to walk away with a 2-2 record. Not the best we wanted to do, but at the same time, I'm not too disappointed. We lost 2 games, 1-goal games. One game we had a 2-goal lead going in the third period. So I think we definitely got better over the weekend. We beat our record from last year. So going 500 in Blaine in the Blaine Showcase with the group of team we got right now, the hockey staff, coaching staff is pretty happy right now.
Sure. Now, one of the things that stood out to a lot of fans watching on Fast Hockey, or if they were there in Minnesota, was the goaltending you guys had, especially after Game 1. Both Colt Hennigs and Grant Valentine making a lot of saves. Games where they had to stop or they faced about 40 shots and change. What does that give you an extra boost of confidence? Obviously, they faced a high volume amount of shots, but both of them, as the tournament wore on, seemed to get better in terms of their performance and keeping your team in the game.
Well, you look back at our first 4 games. Our offense did a very good job of putting some goals in the back of the net.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we were giving up too many goals. And so going into Blaine, we were concerned about our defensive play and our goaltending. But just more importantly, our defensive play as a team. So whenever your goalies are making saves, you start winning hockey games. Whenever your defensemen are playing well, I think it was a group effort. Yeah, the goalies had to make some big saves, and but altogether, I think the team forced some shots from bad angles.
Yep.
But more importantly, Grant coming back as a goaltender. Colt Hanks really stepped up as only having 1 game under his belt to kind of step into a showcase like that. I was nervous for him as a coach. So obviously Colt coming in and playing game 2 and 3. Got 1 win, 1 loss. But more importantly, Grant following up to end the weekend with our 4th game. He probably stole a game for us. He gave us an opportunity to win, and that's all you ask your boys to do. And our boys, in Blaine, especially the last 4 games, have done a great job doing that.
Now you return to Eastern Division play, of course, starting next week on Tuesday. You got the Aston Rebels. You play them again on Friday, and the Northeast Generals. But in general, the East did pretty well out there in Minnesota. Johnstown and Aston both going 3-1 at the showcase. New Jersey, like you guys, went 2-2. What from what you saw out there, were you impressed? You've already seen New Jersey, you've already seen Johnstown, but in general, do you feel that this division's improved a significant amount over the offseason?
Very much so. I said, especially seeing Aston 12, 14 times or whatever we saw them last year, then you see them in playoffs, it's like, I wake up thinking the Aston Rebels. So, to get the first game against Aston on Tuesday, afternoon game, 12:30, here at the Revolutionary Center, it's, we practice during the day, so it should be just a normal practice for us with a little more excitement. But overall, the East Division, I think, it's every year you get stronger. Last year we were a new division, and, Aston went and represented us at the Robinson Cup. But I think, this division is for the taking. I think, we all got to feel each other out in Minnesota and kind of look at each other and see who were good. But we all got some veterans coming back. Aston's going to be a tough game on Tuesday. They picked up a few extra guys from the USHL. They got a couple key players back from last season. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be fun. And I hope I'm looking at Joe Coombs and telling him goodbye, shaking his hand and smiling with victory come Tuesday afternoon.
And as you heard there, Tuesday is the Knights' next game here at home, 12:30 p.m. puck drop. And then follow that up with our first theme night of the year, Pink the Rink, next Friday, 7:30 p.m. against the Aston Rebels, Saturday night against the Northeast Generals, Carnival night. Come out and enjoy those themes. And, of course, the Knights playing hockey. So signing off here real quick for us both. Coach, thanks once again for another episode of Coach's Corner. My name's Tim Mullhaupt, and we hope you join us again next week.